All right, today we're going to dive into what is maybe the biggest breakthrough for any language learner. I'm talking about that shift from translating inside your head to actually thinking in English. It's that one thing that truly unlocks natural, confident fluency. So let's just get right into it.
So, let me ask you something. When you speak English, does your brain kind of do this little dance where it translates everything first? You have an idea, you think it in your native language, then you translate, and then you speak? If that sounds familiar, you know exactly how it can make you feel. Kind of slow, always a step behind. But hey, it is an incredibly common hurdle, and it's one we are absolutely going to clear.
Okay, so this visual, this pretty much perfectly illustrates what's going on. Over on the left, you see that extra step, that translation detour. It slows everything down, right? But on the right, well, that's where we want to get to. A direct line, straight from an idea right into spoken English. And today, that's what we're all about, building that direct connection in your brain. So, here's our game plan. We're going to break down that thinking barrier by looking at 5 really powerful mindset shifts you can start using, like right now. We'll go through each one, and then we'll tie it all together so you have a clear path forward.
Okay, our first big idea is all about letting go of this impossible standard. Think about it. The whole point of language isn't to give a perfect, flawless speech, right? No, it's to connect with another person. And honestly, just getting this one idea deep down, it can be a total game changer.
I absolutely love this quote. It just completely reshapes the goal. Confidence isn't about being perfect. It's not about never making a mistake. It's about being comfortable with being imperfect. It's that freedom to just be a work in progress and still get your message across.
And here's the kicker. Native speakers, they make mistakes all the time. Just think about it. How often do you stumble over a word or correct yourself in your own native language? Probably a lot, right? Well, English speakers do it constantly. Fluency isn't about being flawless. It's about keeping the conversation moving. They don't let it stop them.
All right, so let's build on that with our second big thought. This one's all about shifting English out of the study time box and into your actual life. It's about making it part of your day, not just some subject you have to study.
And here are 3 super easy, practical ways to start doing that. First, change the language on your phone and your computer to English. You'll pick up new words without even trying. Second, watch shows or movies you already love but in English. That way it feels like fun, not like homework. And third, try describing your day to yourself in English, even if it's just in your head. It's awesome practice for thinking directly in the language.
And the key here, really, is consistency over pressure. I like to think of it like tending to a plant. You can't just dump a bucket of water on it once a month and expect it to grow, right? You got to water a little bit every day. It's those small daily habits with English that build fluency, not these long, stressful cram sessions.
All right, let's get to our third thought. Now, this one is all about completely changing how you look at mistakes. Instead of seeing an error as, a failure, we're going to start seeing it for what it truly is, a sign that you're actually making progress. So let's just create a new definition for the word mistake right now. A mistake is not a judgment on how good you are. Nope. It's simply proof. Proof that you're trying. Evidence that you're learning. Honestly, the only way to avoid making mistakes is to just not try at all.
This analogy really hits it home. Imagine someone learning to play the guitar. Would you expect them to play a song perfectly on their first try? No way. You have to hit wrong notes to figure out which ones are right. Well, learning a language is the exact same thing.
Okay, let's talk about thought number 4. This one might actually be a little unexpected for you. See, a lot of learners think fluency means using big, fancy words and super complex sentences. But the truth is, real fluency is all about clarity. It's about being powerful and simple. And this comparison just says it all. On the left, you've got sentences like, I am overwhelmed by nostalgia. It's technically correct, sure, but it sounds kind of stiff, right? A little robotic. But then look at the right. I really miss those days. Or instead of, I am profoundly affectionate toward this concept, just, I really love this. That is how people actually talk and connect. It's so much more natural.
So, the real goal here is authenticity, not just decorating your speech with fancy words. Think about it. Nobody really remembers the complex vocabulary you used. What they remember is the message, the feeling, the connection you made. Your message is what matters, way more than the words you use to wrap it in. And that leads us perfectly into our fifth and final thought for today. This one is about developing a mindset of curiosity. It's about seeing every single interaction, every conversation, every TV show, even a sign on the street as a chance to learn something new.
And what's so great about this is that it just takes all the pressure off. Suddenly, every conversation becomes real-world practice. You get to hear how people really talk, the natural rhythms, the expressions they use. And please remember this. Asking what does that mean is never a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It shows you're paying attention and you're curious.
All right, so let's bring it all home. We've just walked through 5 really powerful ideas that can totally change how you approach speaking English. Let's look at them one more time as a single, clear path to fluency.
So remember these. 1. Forget perfection, focus on connection. 2. Live in English, make it part of your routine. 3. See mistakes as progress, as lessons. 4. Simple is powerful, so choose clarity. And 5. Every conversation is your classroom, so stay curious. These aren't just tips, you know. Think of them as daily mantras to help you along the way.
Because at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. The goal isn't to sound perfect. It's not to sound like some kind of robot. The goal is to unlock your ability to express who you are, your personality, your sense of humor, your ideas, in English. The real goal is just to sound like you.
So I'm going to leave you with a question. You don't have to do all 5 of these things at once. Not at all. Just pick one. Which one of these thoughts resonates with you the most right here, right now? Just pick that one and make it your focus starting today.